Welcome back to Talking. And that was Lauren Cohen on Maggie's refusal to join the Commonwealth. We're back with Emily Kinney, Ian Anthony Dale, Paola Lazaro. I'm still hoping that Merprin gets above that 6% threshold.
Let's see.
That is the one I am really hoping for. Not really sure, but that was my fave. But let's talk about the Herschel Hornsby, which is some reactions. This is from The Grimes Only on Twitter. Lance is nasty, trying to manipulate a child. And then Maggie's Lydia says, the scene with Lance and Herschel was perfect. I hope Maggie or Carol kills Lance ASAP. She's in Wonderland on Twitter says, Lance can simply F off, which is just to the point. What was your reaction to that guy messing with your nephew?
Yeah, I was really proud of Herschel.
Yeah.
For just doing what his mom would want him to do, not giving anything away. Yeah, so that was kind of my reaction. But yeah, Hornsby is tricky. It's fun to watch his scenes, but it's not nice.
Speaking of kids, you think Beth would be surprised at Daryl as a parent?
Yeah, because I think when Beth knew Daryl, he was quite the loner and not very emotionally available, I guess, you know? And so to see his character grow and to now have family and be so connected to everyone, I think that would be a surprise to her.
This is from Bring Back Rick Grimes on Instagram. Just to the point, you know? Person, their username is exactly like that. I totally get it. Paola, can you give some insight into how Princess is feeling about the Commonwealth right now?
I think she has very mixed feelings. I think it's the first time she feels like she belongs. She has friends now. She's in a community. And I think she's trying to assimilate a little bit. She's like, well, oh, that's how people stand. And that's how they clap outside our gala. And she's like, okay, so I think I'm melding into this culture. And I have a little job. And I have a little bed. And I want my little cat. But deep down inside, I think she's very observant. So I think she's starting to feel the tables turning and the ground shifting underneath her.
Ian, we see in this episode that obviously being a doctor is taking a tremendous emotional toll on Tommy. Is this a large part of the reason why he would hide being a doctor when he first got to the Commonwealth?
Yeah, so Tommy's backstory includes, prior to the world falling, he was absolutely miserable as a surgeon. It was a profession he never wanted to be a part of, but was sort of forced into due to the unrelenting pressure of his overbearing parents. And, the job of a thoracic surgeon is a high-pressure, high-stakes type of profession where it's life and death every day, multiple times a day. And as much as Tommy wished he could save every patient, that just is impossible. And the losses sort of weigh heavily on him. And he also just never felt comfortable with the bureaucracy of the healthcare system that prioritizes one socioeconomic group over another. And so all of that pressure and discontentment culminated in him abusing drugs and alcohol and burning it at both ends. And so that life working as a surgeon was extremely self-destructive. And so when he finds himself at the doorstep of the Commonwealth, he's so desperate to start anew and start fresh and say goodbye to that life that he risks being turned away or incarcerated or even worse and lies about what he used to do in the world before.
But he was happier. Like he was clearly
baking cakes.
Yeah.
Oh, he was so happy. I mean, he loved it until his sister comes along and blows up his spot. It's like, thanks a lot, sis.
Paola, can we talk about, because we didn't get to talk to you on the show when it happened, but the Princess coming to Eugene's with the fake out lasagna was classic. What have the fan reactions been like?
Oh my God, I felt bad as the character. I was like, oh God. But so the fans keep saying like, I'm gonna try this with my friend. I'm gonna try to bring a fake dish to see if they'll let me in. So I keep telling them, please tag me and tell me the story of when you actually do it to see what's gonna happen, because I'm so interested in seeing that. And I'm gonna try it out with a couple of people in my life then.
But don't you think though when you come inside you're like, no lasagna, they're like, and thanks for coming by, like.
No, because you're already inside. So it's very hard to take me out when I'm already in. You know what I'm saying?
God, I feel like there'd have to be what happened? There was a lasagna in here. Must have fallen out in the car.
Yeah, it's over there.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, I'm here now, so...
Yeah, so if anybody tries it, please let me know. I'm
yeah,
really interested.
we gotta know how fake out lasagna works.
Yeah, thank you.
Emily, any thoughts on what you might hope to see in a Maggie and Negan spinoff?
Oh wow, yeah. I mean, I hope that Maggie and little Herschel they find a wonderful, nice little place to live and grow up. I mean, that's what I hope for. But I'm really curious to see how Maggie and Negan end up together again, because this whole season we've been seeing them, you know, fight and bicker and all of that, and I'm just curious to see how it ends up that those two either decide to, you know, make a team or how they end up together. So.
I mean, I'm still not 100% sure. We have to go to break in a second, but again, I'm still not 100% sure that that's going to be the result. Just because they're doing a spinoff, I don't know if that necessarily means like they're partnered up.
Oh, that's
like
true.
they still could. I mean, I don't know. It'll be very complicated, whatever it is. But before we go to break, keep the conversation going by following Fear HQ on Twitch. You'll find the host discussing all things horror and The Walking Dead, so please check it out. Coming away with a throwback to one of our favorite moments in Talking Dead history, featuring Steve Young and Josh McDermott, and of course the exclusive sneak peek of next week's all-new episode of The Walking Dead. But first, here's Margot Bingham on Max's relationship with her brother Mercer. We'll be right back.